Hey everybody, welcome back to some more Brotato. Today we're going to be doing Cyborg. And on Danger 5, of course. So here's basically the gist of this, right? Cyborg starts off doing as much damage as possible with range damage, and then eventually transitions into not melee, engineering damage, which is really interesting. So that being said, we're gonna see what we can do. I think the idea here is to stack up as much range damage as possible, and then basically go from range damage into solely things like wrenches or something like that. Which is I think the reason why they gave us why they gave us the minigun to start off with and a wrench. Well, I chose the wrench, but I think you guys get the idea. So let's hope for that. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go all out as much as possible on things like turrets, wrenches, and all that stuff. Where the minigun's going to be our backup, but for now, this is going to be the thing we do. I don't want to get landmines because I don't think they're going to be like that good. So we're going to save up and just go straight up wrenches, see what happens. Anyways, hope you guys are having a fantastic day. If you guys aren't, hopefully it turns around for you. Every day is a new day. So hopefully today is a fantastic new day for you. If you guys haven't had something to drink, something to stay hydrated, a little bit of water, I highly recommend it. Let's see what we can do in this. Like I said, I'm a little bit concerned. Obviously right now, like our minigun is still going to do work and still going to do damage, because even at negative 100% damage, we're still doing at least 1 damage, and it, shoots really fast, so on and so forth. So I think we're still going to be doing all right. I'll get some percent damage. I'm not sure if that's going to help us too much. This one's not going to help us too much because, again, not bullets. There's another one of these guys. I don't mind getting something like this, but we don't really need more enemies, so I'm not going to worry about it. We'll get the turret. I wouldn't mind getting some luck. We don't have any luck, so that's definitely on the table. Let's go and pause it and see if we can get a little bit of luck there. So of course we want to be going all out and getting as much damage in as possible. It's actually really interesting. I don't feel like I'm doing as much damage as I should be, because there is a big amount of increased damage from ranged. Maybe it's just because I haven't actually gotten any ranged stats yet for the most part. So that's probably the reason why, even if we have a little bit of percent damage and what have you. Obviously the main stat we're looking for is flat out range damage. If we don't get that, we're definitely not going to succeed. So let's try to get some range damage where we can. And like right now, even that 1 is going to be huge. I'm actually going to re-roll, see if we get even more. There's another one. We're going to go for the luck and the wrench, of course. And actually we kind of really need range damage, so I'm going to go and lock that up too. And go from there. Explosion damage wouldn't be too bad, but again, that's not really what we're going for. So here we go. If we notice now, we should have a lot more damage. So if we look at this, 250% modifications are increased for range damage. So that's basically 2.5. So if we get 1, we get 2.5 every time, more or less, is what I can ascertain. So obviously, flat damage is the important thing here. And of course, that does eventually get converted into engineering damage, which is really good for us. So, like I said, that's going to be the plan. That's going to be the hopes and dreams here. Obviously, we got to do as much as we can before that halfway mark hits, because, well, once we hit that halfway mark, we're not going to be dealing as much damage. And if we don't have enough turrets or things on the ground to actually help us out, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Please, there we go. That was good. Okay, more range damage, absolutely. I wouldn't mind some form of life, so life steal is going to be great there. Another turret and more damage sounds good. We don't need anything else that keeps us ranged. That's fantastic. Cyberball wouldn't be too bad. We don't have that much luck, so it's not worth it, at least not right now. There's another turret ready for us to snag, and let's keep going. Now, I know there's some controversy about which turrets are the best. I know in the past, people used to think things like the flame turrets were the best, or certain things were the best. I know that the last turret is an exploding turret, so that's something to think about and consider. I don't know if I want to go that far at all, or if I just want to stay one below, because I think the one below is like lasers or something, and those are actually pretty awesome too. Now, even as we are right now, we're still doing pretty good damage. Like, regardless of how it looks, we're still doing pretty good damage. So I'm not too concerned. Not too concerned yet, at least. I think it's the real key here. There's another one. I wouldn't mind some dodge. Survivability is going to be really important, so I wouldn't mind a little bit of that. I'm actually going to go for the luck. because I think luck's going to be really valuable too. That's going to be nice. The life steal, the little bit of life steal is not going to be the most make or break thing, so we'll grab that. So this one does flames. This one does flames. So yeah, the next one's lasers, I think, and we'll go from there anyways. Like I said, some people think that the flames are the best, and in some ways they're right, because you know, flames catch the enemy on fire, I think, and then deal damage over time, which can keep them getting hurt. And I did just see one enemy being on fire, so I can't confirm that. So that's really valuable. Now I don't feel like we're getting enough range damage to really succeed right at the moment, so we're gonna have to see if we go for another run here. So we'll see what we're doing. If you guys have played this character, this is a great opportunity to go down to the comments and tell me what you guys are doing with this character, how you won your first Danger 5, or even your first run with this character. I'm always interested to hear you guys' stories and what's going on there. I'll take the max HP. That doesn't sound bad. I'm gonna reroll this. That's 2 range damage. That's really valuable. I will grab the Dangerous Bunny because that actually does provide a lot of use for us. Now I don't really need piercing because that's not gonna help too much, but another range damage never hurts. Let's keep on rolling. Again, not stuff that we want, and it's not worth rolling at this point, so I'm just gonna leave it and go from there. Alrighty, I'm glad they added another character that does no, we didn't get him. It's fine. We should be able to clear him out pretty quick there. Yeah. I'm a little bit sad that I'm glad they added another character that does turret stuff, because in the past there had only been one, and that one character was a little bit less than amazing. Also, what's it called? If you guys are enjoying the Stone Shard series, know that I'm still playing it, still doing it. It's just some days my schedule gets a little bit messed up and whatnot, and so I'm kind of fall behind on it. So that's the thing. Whoopsie daisies, right? Sometimes mistakes like that happen, so it is what it is. We just do the best we can. And also, you know, it all depends on the games I enjoy playing at the time. Right now, I've been enjoying this a lot. It's kind of a little bit like more chill, a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more enjoyable in some ways, so that's good. I don't know if this is going to be that great. I don't feel like we need attack speed or crit chance, so you know, it's tempting at first, and then, you know, you think about it and you're like, well, do I really want that? So far, we haven't really gotten things we want too much. I will definitely take that. I don't mind getting a little bit of engineering. It's not bad. Definitely not like the thing I'm looking for, though, if that makes sense. Now, when the next wave comes, we will definitely combine and then grab that wrench, the level 2 wrench that's up there, because that's going to be really important for us in the long run, so we'll see what ends up happening. Now, I am curious, when it says that it converts 100% of our damage, is that 100% of our damage after all the calculations, or 100% damage before the calculations? I think that's going to play a really big part. Now, if you notice, look at our health. Health has got to about halfway, and it stayed halfway for a really long time. It means it's really, really easy for us to take damage and stay damaged, which is really scary, because obviously if I make a mistake like I did a couple times now, where I accidentally get hit, then I'm going to be in absolute trouble. If I get hit one more time by one of those big guys, I might be dead here. So we got to be careful. There you go. Now we're okay. Back to our full health, back to less concerning amounts of health. So should be good, should be all right. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out. Peacock, 25% XP plus 100% XP gain for the wave plus 50% enemy damage during the next wave. Just during the next wave? That's interesting. I mean, sure. 3 more range damage sounds fantastic. Now again, this is where things are gonna get really scary, because if the enemies are doing that much more damage, that means we have to be prepared to take that much more damage. So let's go and grab this. This is going to be really amazing as well. Let's go for a little bit more HP regen. The pocket factory is going to be awesome because killing a tree spawns a turret. More turrets, better for us. Let's go and tack on one more time just in case we found something better. We didn't. This is not a horde wave, so we're lucky in that regard. The enemies are going to deal more damage. We just got to be careful. So if we can, we should be okay. Hopefully, possibly, probably, because these guys are relatively weak anyways. And even if we don't have a ton of damage because the halfway point on this wave is gonna do some is gonna reduce our damage by a significant amount. We should hopefully be okay. So any second now it should be changing, and we should be dealing no damage with our ranged weapon with our one minigun, and we should be doing all the damage with our turrets. There you go. There it is. Let's see how hard this wave is. If I'm lucky, we should be okay. Looks like we're being pretty lucky. Things aren't too bad. There's tons of food on the ground just in case we need it. We have 3 levels to get already. That's going to be super awesome. That actually might carry us over for a while. So hopefully that holds up true. Nice. Things are going well. This is my first time playing this character, first time seeing this character. So again, I'm not really sure if what I'm doing is the best thing there is, but it definitely feels pretty good. So I'll pretend that it's not too bad. We're already at -3 speed. I don't feel like decreasing my speed more is a great idea. Obviously, I mean, if materials, you know, we get more, that's cool, but I don't think it's that good. So we're just not going to go for it. We're going to go for the 4 luck. I mean, for the 4 HP regen, because we have 30 luck already. Let's get the 2 range damage. We'll get the 2 armor and the 3 range damage. That's going to be huge. Super massive. We will get this because that's actually nice to have a little bit more luck. I don't want to decrease the amount of HP I get from consumables because that gives me a lot, actually. I wouldn't mind having more range, but range doesn't matter that much, especially when we're doing most of our damage with turrets at the halfway point and whatnot. So it's kind of a weird dichotomy. I think I'll just kind of balance it out. I will grab the butterfly because, again, a little bit of HP is going to be good. Those are going to be really nice. Let's go to roll one more time. Those 2 are going to be great. We're not really even doing anything in regards to knockback for the most part. Nothing we have really will matter or play a big factor in that regard, so we should be okay. Obviously, at the start of the wave, our turrets do basically no damage, so we're relying primarily on our minigun to deal damage. Now, if you notice, we are actually doing quite a bit of damage with our wrenches if they get close enough, so that totally works out nicely in that regard, but it's still something to be considerate of. Also, if you guys want to help me out and support me in some ways, leave a comment telling me what you would like to see, how I could make the content more entertaining. Of course, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and if you want to support me even further than that, I do have a Ko-Fi link down below that if you guys want to support me that way, then you're obviously absolutely welcome to, and I greatly appreciate it. Wow, we just got a ton of food there. I guess I took more damage than I thought. I thought I was like skirting around them. Skirting, yeah. Skirting around them a little bit better than I was. 419, not bad, not great. I wouldn't mind a little bit of speed because, like I said, we are kind of slow. A little bit of extra HP wouldn't be bad, and a little bit more recovery wouldn't be bad. There's a lot of things here that could be good. It's still really questionable. I think I'm gonna go for a little bit of HP regen, a little more life steal, and we will upgrade one of them. Let's see if we can make it work out for us. That's not too bad. I just don't really want that though. I don't want to decrease my speed so much. This is actually pretty good. That's gonna help us out quite a bit. I wouldn't mind getting bait. Special enemies isn't really that bad from what I've seen, especially with a minigun that does tons of damage. Should be okay. I am scared of these boneheads though. These boneheads are gonna be relatively scary, especially once we swap over to engineering damage. That's going to be super spooky. It's going to be something we're going to have to really keep an eye out for. But hey, you know, next time if I happen to die and I have to run this back, I'm sure that what I'll end up doing is I'll try the same thing where I'm out here using only a single minigun and then of course all of our turrets. And if you notice, we are already at that point where the boneheads are really scary. And if we can, we're going to get as many extra turrets on the ground. There you go. We need to bait them into our turrets so we can really get a lot of extra damage there. But yeah, next time if I were to do this again, I would just really focus a lot more on range damage. I think I've been trying to focus on it more or less as much as I can, but maybe I've just been a little bit lenient on it. I feel like we're still gonna be okay, but it could always be better. Start waves with 50% HP, but have plus 8 HP regen. That's honestly really good. I'll take it. Plus 4 range damage. Beautiful. The game is hearing what I'm saying. That's 60% damage. There's even some more percent. That's fantastic. Definitely grab another one of those. And I don't mind doing this. That's actually totally fine. Pickup range, but for dodge, I need the survivability is definitely what I'm feeling right now. 25 luck and 12 max HP sounds amazing. We're going to lock up that wrench. I don't know how good this wrench was doing. Let's see, 553 damage. It is doing the best. I will say that much. It is doing the best. Our minigun is obviously still doing the most. Now, out of curiosity, I wonder if it counts our turret's damage as damage from this weapon or not. If it doesn't, I definitely think the devs need to add that and make that definitely part of the game. But again, that's something I'm not super sure about. There you go. See, all those special enemies already taken care of. Already taken care of. Super fast, lickety split. It was no problem. No problem for a minigun. Like I said at the beginning of the wave, it's not hard to really just kind of clean them up. Now, obviously, as you can tell, something that's becoming a problem that I'm seeing now is we actually are starting to struggle a lot more with the beginning of the wave prior to the engineering phase. Now that we're in the engineering phase, we'll see how good we do. I'm not feeling super confident even in the engineering phase. It doesn't feel too bad, but it definitely doesn't feel like a walk in the park. So that's something you really need to be careful about. So far though, so far so good. I mean, obviously, like I said, we're trying to bait them into our turrets wherever we can and get more turrets with each tree that's around. If I could, I would really like to get some other stuff. 16 harvest, you know, a little bit extra might play a big difference. I'll take it. Not really as something I really want to do, but I will take it. We do have percent damage up already, so we'll take that. Projectiles pierce through one additional target. I wouldn't mind something that lets us pierce. I definitely don't want to take the handcuffs not right now, as it's going to lock us up, lock us in place. Doesn't sound good. 10 speed and 3 lifesteal, that's like a godsend. For our early waves, this could be good. I don't know if the piercing goes through to our turrets. I don't really remember. I'm sure there's probably a way to tell somewhere somehow, but I'm not really entirely sure. Maybe if I like hover over the engineering, it'll tell me. Increase the power of your structures. Other primary stats don't affect structures, but oh yeah, so it does. So something like that actually is a big benefit to us. Definitely something we're going to be looking out for. Let's see here. Okay, that's all we're going to roll for and hope that it all pans out. This is wave 13. The last wave was a horde wave, so this wave should theoretically be a little bit easier. So far, so good. Yeah, it does feel like this wave is definitely easier. So I'm not too concerned. I am not too concerned. Obviously, there's still things that could be better, but this does not feel too bad right now. You know, I don't know why, but I feel like this game would benefit from some sort of like, if you guys have ever played The Binding of Isaac, there's a devil deal. If you, well, it's not only if you do this, but if you can go the entire floor without taking any damage, then what ends up happening is you have like a really high chance of getting a double deal. And yeah, I mean, you know, it's not super easy to do, and you can get a double deal even if you do get hit, but every hit you take reduces that chance. So something interesting to be said. That being said, I think this game would kind of benefit from something like that. You know, if you can survive the wave without taking any damage, then you have a chance to get something better. Spicy sauce. I've never seen this item before. 3 max HP. Consumables have a 25% chance to explode for 54 damage. I mean, there's no negatives. I will take it. I'll take the 4 HP regen because I do feel like that's starting to like really ramp us up a little bit more. This is a huge no-go. I wouldn't mind taking a little bit of extra armor, and definitely another one of those doesn't sound bad to me. I wouldn't mind getting something like this because it's speed engineering skill, but again, our engineering skill goes up significantly by taking range damage. So I think our points are better spent rolling for something else. That minigun is going to be super good. 25% damage against bosses and elites, that sounds really good, and a little bit more percent damage doesn't sound bad. Get 2 baits in a run, that's not too bad. Wave 14, which is the wave we are in, and an elite will appear, so we do have to be a little bit careful here, but I think we're going to be okay. Obviously we're gonna have to deal with those bait guys to start us off. After we do that, now we can really focus on the boss. I don't think we're gonna be able to kill him as we currently are, because we just don't have enough going on at the moment, and if we stay too close to him like we have been, we're just going to take way too much damage. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. Once the wave becomes halfway through, I'm going to hope that he just stays right where I need him to be, right where I need him to, and hopefully he just takes a bunch of damage from our turrets. That's the goal here. That's the hopes and dreams. He takes a bunch of damage from our turrets. So we'll see what ends up happening. Oh gosh. Oh. Okay, yeah, he's doing a pretty good job of staying near our turrets. I don't think we're gonna kill him though. Oh, actually, he's staying near him. He's staying near him. Hold up. Hey, we got him. Perfect. That was actually amazing. I was very unoptimistic in regards to us actually taking him down. That's actually really good. Even if to decrease our speed is still going to be positive and the enemies are going to be slow. That's amazing because it's a potato. I mean, when are potatoes not amazing, right? Alrighty, minigun. That's going to be a huge benefit to the early waves. That's definitely a big one. Spawns a turret that shoots piercing bullets. That's totally great for me. This isn't too bad. Pierces an additional enemy, minus 5% damage. I would say that's a relatively insignificant amount of damage, and then that's totally fine. 6% damage ritual. I mean, we'll still be positive by the end. So honestly, all those items are fantastic. Let's go. Let's see what this wave holds for us. If we can, ideally, we're just gonna keep them at bay as much as possible. We might benefit a little bit from actually getting some piercing. I mean, not piercing, some engineering skill early on. But equally, this is going to be really good. I wonder if we got more of those pocket farms or whatever. If we would actually see some other changes happening. Now, something I like about this character that I don't like about the actual engineering character that's in the game is that the turrets are so spread out. That's actually something that's really cool about this character, right? Is if you can build up enough, which, you know, you should be able to for the most part. If you can build up enough, then what ends up happening is your turrets go everywhere. And so everywhere is a pocket, is a spot that's going to really hopefully deal a bunch of damage. Now I'm curious to see, I haven't seen how much damage our turrets are doing. I think they're doing like 268, eh? That looks like they're doing 268. That's actually insane. We're not gonna go for crit chance. That doesn't work for us. I will take that though, because that's totally fantastic. I wouldn't mind a little bit of speed, but I do think that range damage is way better. So definitely take that. Let's go and grab the ritual. Let's grab that, and we'll grab the piercing because piercing is cool. Let's go ahead and upgrade one of these to its max. We're gonna have a little disparity between stuff. Hitting an enemy removes 10% of their speed. That's not too bad. I wonder if our turrets get that. I don't know if our turrets do, but I'm gonna gamble it and say that they do. We're gonna keep going now. So now we have one exploding turret. I don't know how fast it shoots. I don't know how much damage it's gonna do. Obviously, we didn't get any explosion damage buffs or anything like that, so that's something to be aware of and think about. I'm not too concerned about it at the moment though. Especially like these early waves, we're actually just absolutely owning enemies. Now the real question is, will our post mid wave be any good? So in like 2 seconds here, 1, and are we still owning is the question. It's a question to be had. It doesn't feel too bad. It feels actually like the enemies are being taken care of pretty well. Obviously they need to be near our turrets to be taken care of pretty well, so we'll just try to keep them near our turrets. And fantastic, yeah, so as long as they're near some of our higher tier turrets, things seem to be going pretty well. We got to be careful. We got to take a mental note as we're going through the wave early on so we can tell where the majority of our high tier turrets are, so we can really keep our enemies near it. Shackled, your speed is capped at its current value too. That's actually not too bad. 8 HP, 8 engineering, plus 80 range. Sure, I'll take it. Let's go for 2 more range damage. We'll go for the reroll. We have a couple rerolls to have here, so that's going to be nice. There are things that could be good. This is going to be really good. I can take a little bit of that because that's relatively insignificant. There's a nice little thing to add. 20 luck, 6% dodge. A little bit of lifesteal being lost actually isn't a big deal. We have quite a bit of damage now. 122 range damage. I'm actually curious. So once we get halfway through the wave, I'm actually going to look. We have 4 engineering damage right now. Once we actually get to our majority, I'm going to look and see what we got. And if you notice this wave in specific is really nice. We have so many high tier turrets right next to each other and low tier turrets. Like all of our turrets are basically lined up right next to each other, which is really awesome. I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit scared though. It does seem like, you know, we're in a little bit of trouble. So about 2 seconds here. 3, 2, 1 right now. Oh, nope, still at 30. So if we look at this, we have 248 engineering damage. Wowee, okay. So our turrets should be absolutely annihilating enemies. Even these low tier ones should be doing absolute work. Of course, the biggest thing is the concern that if we don't have enough firepower, enough turrets firing, then we will still be getting rocked. So gotta be careful with it. Gotta be careful with it. Gotta see what we can do about it, right? So one step at a time. There we go. We got 1 level but 3 crates, which is awesome. I'll take that. 30% chance to gain 1 material when killing. I mean, it's not good because we don't have any crit chance. We have negative crit chance. That's not bad though. Again, our speed going down a little bit ain't a big deal. 2 more range damage sounds amazing. Let's go to keep rolling. There's 2 more range damage. I'm not going to go for this one again because our speed being slow or too slow is going to be problematic. Grab that. 2 more. Nice. And there's even more range damage. Honestly, all the negatives that we get from it, not that big of a deal. The attack speed doesn't matter too much because we have turrets and whatnot. So as long as we can survive the initial barrage of enemies, we're totally fine. Let's see if we can do this. This will be really interesting to see as well. I've never actually fought this elite before, so this is a little bit spooky. This is a little bit spooky right now. Looks like it's designed for me to stay close to him. Now it's maybe designed for me to stay far from him. Not really sure. I do feel as though we're totally gonna succeed in this run because once our turrets start dealing the damage, I mean, I don't even have to be near this guy, but he's basically dead anyways, and he's gone. Bamboozled, absolutely tricked and fooled, annihilated. So super easy, I'd imagine. So this is one of the worst cases right now is what I would say in terms of turret placement. Our turrets are not placed in good spots, and because they're not placed in good spots, it's really hard for me to be in a location that feels really safe. There's a lot of turrets that are spread out, and a lot of our high tier turrets are nowhere near each other. So it does help, you know, take them down, but it doesn't feel like I have a lot of turrets around. 12% damage, 6% attack speed for every different weapon you have. I mean, it's not great. I'll take it, but it's not great. I'll take that for sure too. Let's see. Attack speed, that's not too bad. I don't need it though, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Hey, another one of those sounds good. Another one of these sounds good. And another one of those. I mean, I guess I'll take it. Let's go and grab it. Grab some of this. Again, it's gonna hurt our engineering, but our engineering doesn't matter too much. We did get something. I didn't see what we unlocked, what item thing we unlocked, so I'm not too worried about it. There's another minigun. I don't know how I feel about the minigun. I know that I like the landmines though. The minigun's probably not worth it. Actually, it could be worth it, and here's the reason why. So when the last wave comes, literally in a couple seconds here, right, once we get through this next wave, what'll end up happening is, I'm gonna go and just continue from here though. What's gonna end up happening is if we can deal enough damage to the bosses, like early on, then what's gonna end up happening is we might be able to kill them before our turrets even have to do anything, which would be amazing. Our turrets not having to do anything would be probably top tier. Now, of course, there's a lot of questions. Will we get stuff to upgrade our turrets? Will we have to get rid of a turret? What will happen? How will this happen? So on and so forth. Obviously, this isn't the most successful run we could have had. If we had more trees with the pocket farm, this would be amazing, right? Certain things like that would really skyrocket our survivability, our play and everything, the whole 9 yards. So there's always questions to be had here. Obviously, we're doing a ton of damage with our turrets, so it's really, really awesome because we don't have to worry too much about things. But see, this does feel a lot scarier. And I think having one less turret in favor of one more minigun, especially the last wave, might be a difference. -1 range damage, but a chance to pick up healing. I'm gonna say no. I think we need a range damage. 2 more armor sounds fantastic though. Let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna sell our baby wrench there. We're gonna grab that minigun, and I'm actually gonna go all out here. There we go. Literally nothing else for us to grab, nothing we could do. Let's go to wave 20, see if we can succeed. We have 2 bosses to deal with. We might be able to just absolutely roll through them. I have no idea. I'm not sure. This one's already mutated. It's not even like the beginning of the wave. One is done in less than 15 seconds, no less. And let's see if we can get the other one done as well. If we had lined them up better, we'd have been good, but Cyborg was easy peasy, lemon squeezy. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a comment and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody, and adios.